again to another program of Prime Time. I'm your host, Beverly. Today we are going to be focusing on a club that's about service above self. You know, it's important in today's world to give and to also get involved in community projects in your island. And so they will be here to share what they are about and what are some of the projects that they're highlighting and focusing on. Stick around and we'll be right back, for this is Prime Time.
This is Rupert Brown, better known in the community as Major Brown. Because of my service in the police, I've been with Nagico for the past 30-something years. I think it's around 35. And I've always been satisfied with the service I got with them. They have helped many people in this island. As long as I have to keep on insuring them with any company, I will choose Nagico.
Every time I go to Nagico, I get the best service that I needed.
I think it took a little longer to be paid out, but I could understand. They had to bring in the people out from outside. The damage was so great that they needed people from outside to make the assessments, and that took a little longer. But in the end, I was satisfied that I had people in Nagico who you consider friends, and that's why I've remained with Nagico all these years, because of the friendliness of the people in there.
Choose strength. Choose reliability. Choose Nagico Insurances.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is Prime Time, and as I mentioned in my opening, today we are going to be highlighting service clubs here on the island, and one special one which was newly established a couple months ago, and it is called the Rotary Club of St. Martin's Sunset. And joining us in studio today is the president, and that's Jada Nisbet. Yes. And next to her is the public relations officer, and that's Relaika Roach. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining me on the program. So I'm going to go straight to Jada and ask her, we know we have the Mid-Isle, we have Sunrise, we have the original one that started off, then we have one in the North. Did you all think twice before you started another Rotary Club of St. Martin?
Yes, this is a question that we've gotten, many times. Why another Rotary Club? We are a professional organization, and a group of us decided that, there are a lot of issues in the community that we thought we can address. And, even though there were so many other clubs on the island, some of them were not the perfect fit for some of our members. So we had the idea to, start a new club. And we went about trying to figure out how, to go about the process and the procedures to establishing a new club. And that's where our journey began.
And here you are today.
Yes.
Because you know that there are so many other clubs, so you have to make sure that your club is different. And so you have that in the back of your mind as you move along.
Yeah, so we all fall under the Rotary International umbrella. So
which is service above self.
Right. We follow that motto, service above self, and we do follow the 6 areas of focus under Rotary umbrella. So promoting peace, promoting peace, promoting education, supporting women and children, preventing diseases and healthcare, and providing clean water and sanitation. So these are the areas of focus that we typically focus on when we think about community service projects on the island. And we also, we're a very dynamic group, so we're not the traditional type of club that, we're more hands-on than.
So now I'm going to ask you, Relaika. She said that it's a different mix of people there.
Yes.
People, very dynamic, I suppose, very driven. So tell me add a little bit more to that. That makes this club different.
Also,
the Sunset.
I think we have some of the youngest members in the Rotary Club on the island. For instance, myself, I'm only 26. So I think I was the youngest, but I think we have a 25-year-old or 24-year-old now in the club who's also a young professional. So I think there is where we kind of started to break away from the traditional Rotary Club, because most of the clubs, the members are 30 and older. And so we have some of the youngest members where usually you would see these members in Rotaract. They're actually in Rotary. They moved up. They're in Rotary. So I think that's one of the different aspects. We also have where, as Jada said, we're a little bit more hands-on. We actually do a lot more projects that as she said, like-minded individuals, situations we see in our community and we would like to address. And that's where we really try to, push the envelope and service as many people as we can to see the benefits of, that service.
Because, normally, traditionally, when you hear of Rotary Club, normally, people from companies would normally be in Rotary Club because it was a little bit pricey to be a member, to be part of a membership of that. How did you all change that? I use the word change because obviously.
Well, like I mentioned, we just are a dynamic group. Majority of us were a part of the Rotary clubs.
Right.
And I think this is something that many Rotary clubs, not even just on the island, but worldwide, they struggle with, is that a lot of Rotaractors find it difficult to transition into Rotary. So that is why...
Cost being
right,
first
cost
factor.
was the number one factor. And I think we just had so much passion for this organization that we didn't want to just sit back and let that be a reason to stop us. So we wanted to find a way that we can give back to our community and as well accommodate Rotaractors to transition in our club.
So how did you all solve that financial problem? I'm curious. Because I used to be in a Rotary Club, the traditional one years ago.
But typically, most of the Rotary clubs, they meet at different times. Some are breakfast clubs, some are dinner clubs. With our club, we don't do the dinners. So that is usually the biggest cost.
That's right.
Paying for your dinner. So we don't have dinners. We have light snacks and refreshments at our meetings, and we try to make our meetings more impactful in terms of, disseminating information about projects and helping our members develop professionally.
Right, so what time are your meetings and where do you meet?
We meet at Carl & Sons Unique Inn in Colby.
Oh, in Colby.
Yes, we meet the second and fourth Mondays of the month at 7:30 p.m.
Because we used to meet every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, you make it more livable.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. And so you said the motto is service above self. And I know I've seen in the newspaper and the media you all have started really getting busy with some projects. So share with us, some of the projects that you all have accomplished because you're only around since August.
So not July 30th.
Right,
yes.
Yeah.
So in July, one of the first things when I started, we did was the cleanup. So along the Sucker Garden Road, we did a cleanup because we were like, okay, we want to do something that's going to benefit the community. What is something we can do? So we looked at some areas that were a bit needed some cleaning. And so it was two areas. It was either Zaka's Gut area right after the church or the Sucker Garden Road. So we decided to go. We had a poll and we decided to do the Sucker Garden Road. And the members came out. There was about 15 of us. We cleaned up the side. We put all the trash bags together, and then we had some friendly citizens who saw us, and they had a truck, and they were like, "Hey, we'll help you dump them at a dump site," and they helped us with that. So we did that in July, and then in August we did.
What did you do
In
in
August,
August?
we started.
We really
just
started.
out.
We got our members. We had our meetings in September, is where we kind of went full force. Where actually September is Basic Education and Literacy Month. So we approached the schools and school boards and asked them to nominate one educator who they thought was super outstanding and who was impacting these students' lives. And each school that the school board or the school nominated and decided to have that person represent the school, we did a surprise where we went into the schools with gift baskets, breakfast boxes, and different gift vouchers, and we presented it to the teachers.
Wow.
We also did where the Rotarians, one Rotarian a day went to a school and read to the students for about 20 minutes.
Right, and so that we need to take a break and we come back, and we're going to continue in that same vein and with that same enthusiasm. Stick around and we'll be right back. This is Prime Time.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
A cruise is a great adventure. Not only for passengers, also for us. The Port of St. Martin. Our port always reflected the needs and aspirations of the time. From the first to the 1.75 millionth passenger in 2013. Our cruise story started in 1963 with our first cruise passenger. 50 great years later, 20 million passengers later, thousands of cruise berths later, we've become the leading port in the Caribbean. 50 fantastic years. Like a dream. The dream of Port St. Martin lives on and reinvents itself every day. The best is yet to come.
At Travel Planners, we love what we do. Every day we help our clients plan their vacations, from honeymoons to family reunions, trade shows to conventions, school trips to sports tournaments. Our agents at Travel Planners can help you make better, wiser decisions on travel destinations and cruises and find you the lowest fares. Make some memories with help from Travel Planners in Phillipsburg and on the Airport Road, Simpson Bay. Visit our website at Planners SXM and like us on Facebook at St. Martin Travel Planners. We take care of all your travel needs.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is Prime Time and today we are talking to two members from the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset, and they're newly formed. They're not a year old as yet, and they're here to introduce themselves officially to the public via the media, and so we have them in studio with us. So let's start with you, Jada. You said that you're changing a board soon?
Well, typically the year for Rotary is from June to July. So our board is already in place for 1 year, and then the following year, so 2019, 2020, right. I'm also the incoming president.
Yeah. So what did you feel about that?
Ooh.
Because sometimes when you do a year, you can't wait for the 12th month to finish to pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah, seeing that we are such a new club, majority of our members are not really too familiar with the Rotary structure, the Rotaract structure. And we had the elections and there were not much individuals that postulated themselves. So I just started fitting, seeing that I'm in the role to carry it for 1 more year until we are really stronger as a club, and then we can really train the members to take on the different roles and become, a part of the board, become directors and form the executive board.
So, Relaika, you are the public relations officer.
Yes.
So what you have on your schedule here?
Well, we have the calendar year for 2018, 2019, some of the projects we completed and some of the projects we have coming up.
So tell us about what's coming up.
What's coming up? Well, actually on December 7th, that's next week Friday, the club will be visiting the Sister Basilia Center. We will be having a karaoke and games night with the in-house residents.
Yes.
And we're going to do a karaoke, games night, have pizza, just basically a little social gathering with them, get them to enjoy themselves. Also on December 13th, while the Rotary International president is here, we'll be making a donation to the Mental Health Foundation. They actually reached out to us asking, if we would be able to assist them, and there are some supplies that they would like to help spruce up the institute a little bit. And so we're going to make that donation on December 13th, as well as a reading mailbox. That
sounds different. So let me hear what this reading mailbox is.
So the reading mailbox is where we're going to have a mailbox set up as a library. And we're going to have books there where people can stop by, check out a book, take it home, read it, check it back in, and that will be the rotation of the reading mailbox.
Right, that's so good, because we have to get
literacy,
young people back into reading.
Exactly.
Wow, that's
literacy
such a challenge.
Very important, yeah.
And what days do you meet on?
On Mondays.
The Mondays.
Oh, Mondays.
Yes.
At what time?
At 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
And at the Carlton Sun Unique Inn in Kobe.
Monday evenings.
Yes.
So tell us about the composition and how many members you have so far.
So far, we have 41 members and counting.
41 members?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
41 members and counting.
And ratio of male female?
More female than male.
Well, generally.
Generally,
So
yeah.
do the men feel outnumbered?
A little,
Yeah,
a little, but we are encouraging the males to be more involved, get more active in the community, which is it's something normal that you see around. But we are encouraging. We have a few that were interested, but because of work constraints, they could not be a member. But we're still tackling them.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you if you're on a membership drive, but with 41, do you need any more members on board?
Well, definitely. We always think about when we were forming the club, we wanted to think about being sustainable. So enough membership that you have people to take on leadership positions in the club, and then we still have a number of members that we can go out in the community and do what we, community service, do the work.
Do you have a monthly fee?
Yes, our monthly dues are $50.
Oh my
Only
gosh.
$50.
I better join that club. I mean, in those days it was 50 times 50 for a membership. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And again, because we don't have, the typical dinner setting, it saved us a lot on cost.
But you have to organize somebody to do the catering for you every week?
Well, the members themselves, we rotate, so each member have that responsibility of organizing whatever they choose to bring for that evening.
So interesting snacks.
Yes.
Now, have you all tried to work with Sunrise, seeing that you're Sunset? Have you tried to work with Sunrise, the one in the north, the mid-aisle? Have you approached them as yet? Or you're still the new kids on the block trying to find your way?
Yeah, we're still pretty new, but we have collaborated, not to organize project, but we support each other as an organization. So when Mid-Isle had their End Polio Walk, our members took part in that. We also supported them when they had it was the spelling bee.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah,
Yes.
remember that. Yeah. So Mid-Isle is famous for the spelling bee.
Yes.
Yeah, along with Scotiabank. Yes.
So we do support them. It goes hand in hand, because even though we're other clubs, if we have a project and we need assistance or we need advice, we do seek out the advice from other club presidents to find out how they went about planning.
Yeah. And members, the composition of the club. Are you looking only for professionals? Are you starting at a certain age? How are you doing that?
Well, typically in Rotary, we look for business professionals, and there's no specific age limit.
Right.
I think a few years ago, even Rotaractors had the opportunity to be Rotarians at the same time. Okay. So it was their choice, but even that is a possibility. So we don't have an age limit. We welcome all ages in our club.
Okay, we take a break and then we come back. We're going to start with Relaika, and I want to hear what are some of the upcoming projects that you have We talked a little bit about that, but we know we're coming into 2019, 2020. So let's see what you have on the table. This program can be seen on Facebook and on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back in a moment. Stick around.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
The Daily Herald is my first source for up-to-date information and news. Putting together this program of prime time requires research and knowledge of current events. For local news, regional and international news, do read the Daily Herald. Now we've talked about, all the projects and getting all your membership, and we didn't touch about the official induction into Rotary. So tell us, Olaika.
On December 12th, we will be having the official charter ceremony for the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset. So we are super excited. Actually, we were chartered on July 30th.
Yeah.
But seeing that the Rotary International President was one of the biggest pushers for us, he wanted to attend our ceremony. Yes. So
nice. Interesting.
It's a pretty big honor to have the Rotary International President wanting to be at your charter ceremony. So we decided to accommodate him, and he was able to be here on December 12th. So we're having the official ceremony on December 12th, where we have Rotary International President Barry Rassin, as well as our District Governor Patrick Adizur, who's going to also be here to pin the members.
Right.
It's going to be at a refuge in Maho. Which is also called Sunset.
Right.
How ironic. And it's going to be at 7 p.m. The cost is $100, but the entire program, it's including, you get to see the Rotary International President, the pinning of the members, there's food, door prizes, steel pan entertainment, fire dancers. So we have an amazing program lined up, and we want to invite the general public to be there and celebrate this great accomplishment with us.
Yeah. So and you were going to say you have some other projects that you have on the pipeline?
We do have some projects coming up in January. January is Vocational Service Month, so we're planning to do possibly a career day or a career fair. We're still looking into it. It's to figure out the logistics, because to have a career fair, it takes a lot of preparation, and we need to also partner with businesses on the island. So that is something we're still looking into. So we do have some projects in the pipeline, but we still need to get some tweaking done to finalize everything.
Now, when you have projects like during the day going to the schools and so, how do you balance that? Because everybody's working.
Yeah, everyone works, but some members, it goes with your dedication and your passion for the organization. So some members accommodate their schedules. Like for myself, I do work, and my job is very demanding at times, but I find the appropriate balance, because in Rotary we don't want to really take the members away from their work. We do have love and passion for what we do in the organization, but your work comes first.
But how do you balance that? Because being a president is a lot of responsibility.
Yes, it is a lot of responsibility, but I must say that I have a dynamic board of directors, a dynamic executive board that we all help each other. So if something slips me or something slips any one of our team members, someone else is always there to pick up the slack, to give their assistance, to help.
Young people in our community, do we need a little bit more drive to get them into service clubs, to get them into Rotaract, to get them involved, where's lacking? I seem to feel that it's not active enough.
I agree. I agree, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to, form this organization so that we can, typically when you're young and you look around, you kind of get depressed and say, well, okay, I'm not gonna make it in that organization, or I'm not gonna make it in the other organization. So we wanted to provide that,
that welcome.
Yeah, so that they can feel comfortable, and they can, because there are a lot of members, a lot of people in the community that are now reaching out to us and wanted to know, how can I be a part of this?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
and before, right, so the interest is there, but I think that there just was not that organization that they can see themselves being a part of. They can see themselves being a perfect fit for them.
Normally when you hear the word Rotary,
right,
you think, well, a lot of money, then it's not attainable. I can't afford to be part of that organization, but we've seen that change. Yeah, we have the sunset, we have sunrise, that it's pretty affordable.
Yeah.
Service above self. How do we inject that into our community? That people feel that that they must give of themselves to their community and not be so self-centered.
Well, I think it starts with the individual. I mean, it's so fitting that our Rotary International theme for the year is to be the inspiration. So we want to bring awareness to being a service-minded person in your community, and I think the best way to do so is to exemplify that in yourself. So that is what our club and our members have been doing, and we have seen a lot of support from the community at large, from the business community as well. I mean, we had a hardware drive that we reached out to the different hardware stores on the island, and we got assistance from ACE to provide us vouchers to present to 2 families that we were able to assist with building supplies to help them to rebuild their homes. So I think that, just creating that belief,
because
in that mind state.
You're not doing it for the accolade to say, hey, well, we did something. We're doing it because we actually saw the need. For instance, with these 2 families, that they were really struggling a year after Irma to rebuild. And that touched all of us, and we said, no, we have to help. And that was not to say, okay, we're going to post it on Facebook. That came genuinely from the hearts of the members to seek this assistance from the hardware stores. And we're thankful for ACE for being able to do that with us.
Okay, thank you very much, Jada and Rolika, for joining me on the program, and best of luck to the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to hear great things coming from the club.
Yes.
This has been Prime Time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week, and may God bless you.